Morning, folks. Today's shave is inspired by a number of different people this morning. And flavor I chose this morning for the Stirling Shave Week, this one here, is a peach. Show you what it looks like. Starts out with about 5.8 ounces, almost 6 ounces. In other words, definitely you pick up the peach right off the start. And for me, that's great for my nose. as simple as it is, when it does work. Anyhow, I've had this soap for a moment, and at the time when I got it, I didn't have the matching aftershave. Got the matching aftershave now, and I got the I say matching aftershave. It is peach, but it is glacial, and the soap itself is just, in other words, there's no menthol added to it. Close enough for me. Works great. I've got it whipped up over here in a fine accoutrements lathering bowl with a, there we go, RazoRock synthetic knot brush. It's fairly wet, not quite drippy, but it's fairly wet. Smells great. How I got started in the peach, I'll tell you that story in a moment, because this is the only peach scented soap that I have in the den. Blade of choice today was a black 7 o'clock, Gillette 7 o'clock, I should say. This one here was inspired by Jimco. He says he gets a longevity. In other words, he gets quite a few shaves out of these blades. So I thought I would use these blades after he mentioned in the video that I was watching. And as it goes for this one here is a fat tip or a fud tip, depending on how you want to pronounce it. This one here is a slant. This was more or less inspired by Flash when I saw his video about his 11 DE razors. For me, this handle length works well for me. If you got bigger hands, this handle may not, because it's a little on the short side, but for me, it works out quite well. I've already put a hot towel to the face this morning, and I've already used the Maggard's Preshave oil, sweet orange. So what this one here is scented. There's a number of different scents that are available in this. Lavender, and I don't remember all of them. I think there's 8 or something like that. There's several of them to be choosing from, as well as unscented if you're looking for something like that. Of course, it has a number of different ingredients that makes up that Preshave oil. But I'm still going to do my Williams menthol shave. I'm just going to, I guess you might say, work through the Stirling week of shaves. I've got quite a bit of shaving cream whipped up there. For me, everybody has favorites when it comes to soaps. What works well for them, whether it's the performance of the soap, the scents of the soaps, or whatever the case might be. And for me, I have no problem lathering up Stirling soaps. Matter of fact, I can get carried away sometimes just whipping it up, because I've got quite a bit here to be working with. It's a tallow-based soap, and that's one of the reasons why I think some folks may like it and some people may not. For me, it works just fine. I don't really have a preference in between one or the other. They seem to work well for me. Either way. But I was able to watch a few videos yesterday. Sometimes my schedule is pretty tight, and I don't get to watch all the videos, or all of the video, I should say. But I did get to watch some of Jimco's video. When it comes to blades, part of one of the things I factor in besides performance is cost, availability, and as it goes for price-wise on the spectrum for me, I generally buy 7 o'clock blades when they're on sale. In other words, they're not quite like derby blades where the everyday price is usually relatively inexpensive. I can usually find a derby blade on sale somewhere, seems like, if I'm interested in buying some. I think the last time I found, and it's been a while since I've looked, found a good sale on derby blades. It was a pack of 200 for 10 bucks. If I remember right, it was at the Modern Man. It's a UK website. 200 blades for 10 bucks, that's pretty cheap. Kind of hard not to pass it up. Most of the time, not always, derby blades will work in the shavers that I use. But every once in a while, there's a shaver that the razor and the blade don't exactly work well together for derby blades. Peach, sure does smell good. Peach, how I got started on peach was it's, how can you say, probably not a scent that I go and hunt down and have several of. In other words, nothing like tobacco or spices or anything quite like that where I've got several different flavors. Oud, for instance. Have more than one oud scented soap and aftershave. But peach, how I got started in peach a few years ago. If I remember right, the lady's name was Jamie. But the name of her soap was Zoe's Beauty Boutique. I had a 2-ounce size of gingered peach. And it was 2-ounce size and price was right, so I decided to go ahead and give it a try. And I was really surprised on how much I liked that scent. That gingered peach was, oh, it just smelled fantastic. And unfortunately, she's not making soap anymore. She stopped a while back. But I sure did enjoy that soap. That scent was just fantastic. Really did like it. Unfortunately, yeah, that was the only had 2 ounces. And I emptied that container a while back. But that's how I got started on peach. Like I say, it's not one of those scents that I would really hunt down. And the soap was on sale when I bought it. Thought I'd give it a try. Of course, it's not gingered peach by any means, but it does have a nice scent to it. Apple is another scent that I've got a couple from. Got delicious apple and apple cider, hot apple cider from Stirling, and I like both those. Apple does well for my nose. I think lavender is a scent sometimes I can pick it up really well. Nice strong scent for my nose. And then there's other times that lavender I just barely pick it up. But it has a lot to do with my nose as opposed to scent strength of any soap. My nose is not always the best, even though here the past few days actually been working pretty well. With the amount of rain and humidity we have in the air, it's helped my nose out somewhat. Not a whole lot with the sinus pressure, but definitely my nose has been working better. Picking up scents. Some that I hadn't smelt in a while. For me, the slant works pretty well. There's just a little bit of blade feel with this one. It's not over the top. I don't find it, it's about medium on the aggressive maybe. Feels pretty good though. Definitely feel it doing its work. like this color too. The gold colors just kind of makes the razor pop. Piccolo, I think is think how you pronounce it. Not real good on this one. Pronouncing all of it. It's a good looking shaver though. Open comb, slant. Typically these lines on the handle are straight. And of course, since the slant lines on the handle's changed up, I like it. I appreciate the effort. I have a few of the Fatip razors, usually open comb. I've got a few of those. Usually open comb works pretty well for me. It does have a tendency to leave a little bit of soap behind from time to time. Face feels pretty good. That's one thing too. Not only do I get a nice efficient shave from these shavers, these razors for tips, but the post shave, my face feels pretty nice and soft. Besides the ease of lathering, I really do enjoy Stirling soaps. It's just one of those things for me. Painting starters and accoutrements, alum block complete with rubber band this morning. And as you can tell, mine's the older label. I do have another one from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements that the label and the packaging is different. But it's been a while since I mentioned it. This is probably one of the cheapest shaving items that you can get. I think the going price is around $4.50, maybe $5. For me, it lasts me more than a year. It lasts me a good long moment. And boy, it's hard to find anything that'll last you that long in a way of something that's a consumable. This particular aftershave, this one here, I decided to go with the Stirling unscented, but it is mentholated. So definitely going to kind of work right into the Glacial Peach aftershave. Nice cooling effect. I enjoy that. Also, I should mention, and I haven't tinkered a whole lot with it, but if you from time to time want to experiment either with a soap or an aftershave, Stirling also has the frost drops. That way you can gauge how much cooling effect you want in your either aftershave or soap that you're whipping up. It's just a thought for some that may be, in other words, getting the menthol just right so it doesn't, how you say, for those that are maybe a little bit sensitive to the menthol or don't want a whole lot, just a little bit. That way you can decide on how much you get in the way of a cooling effect. Brand new bottle, so it's going to take a little bit to shake some out. Nothing like running around smelling like a peach first thing in the morning. I had to say that. For me, like I say, this is the only peach I have. I think I might get one more. I don't know that I've noticed anybody that has a gingered peach, unfortunately, but boy, that scent Jamie had, boy, it was really nice. It just really excited the senses in the nose, that's for sure. I had a great shave, so I hope everybody's doing well. Stay healthy, stay safe, and smooth shaves to you.